Hello my friends and welcome to the Tucson Family Food Project. This week we're making one of my absolute favorite things to snack on, maple walnut granola, and today we're making it completely from scratch. In your meal kit this week you have 2 cups of oats, a half a cup of walnuts, a third of a cup of cranberries, a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds, a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 3 tablespoons of avocado oil, a quarter cup of maple syrup, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And to make this week's recipe, you'll need a baking sheet, a large bowl, a medium bowl, a fork, a spatula or wooden spoon, a piece of parchment paper that is included in your meal kit, and a dish towel. I almost always cook using a dish towel because I can clean my hands and touch hot things with it. I really recommend using these almost every time you cook. So the first thing I'm gonna do is preheat my oven to 325 degrees. And then next, this is a very simple recipe to make. We're just gonna start with the dry ingredients. So all I'm gonna do is empty all of my dry ingredients into a nice large bowl, and then I'm gonna mix them up to make sure they're all evenly spread out. So there's our 2 cups of oats, our walnuts. As any recipe with the Tucson Family Food Project, these are all optional. So if you don't want walnuts, you don't want cranberries, you don't want pumpkin seeds, feel free to not put these in. But I promise you, they're gonna taste a lot better if you use all the ingredients. Our pumpkin seeds. And then we're gonna finish this off with our cinnamon and our salt. Then using my fork, I'm just gonna mix this all up, like I said, to make sure everything is nice and evenly distributed. Especially the cinnamon. You really wanna make sure you get the cinnamon all mixed in here, so when we make this granola, we're not getting big chunks of it as we eat. That looks awesome. I'm gonna set that to the side, and now we're gonna start on our wet ingredients. So all I'm gonna do is put in my maple syrup, and I am gonna use my fork to get like all of this out of there. For a granola, it's not like a super sweet granola, which I kinda like in with the avocado oil. So if you wanted to increase the amount of syrup in here, you definitely could. I would say, by a tablespoon or so. And then our vanilla. And then I'm just gonna use my fork to whisk this all together. Yeah, until you get a nice thick kind of syrup here. Perfect. Now, this is as easy as it gets. Now I'm just gonna pour this into my dry ingredients, making sure to get as much of this out of here as possible. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna switch to my wooden spoon. And now using either your fork or wooden spoon, I'm gonna mix this up until all of that liquid coats all of the dry ingredients. And as I'm mixing, I can see like cinnamon right here on the edge. I'm gonna make sure as I'm mixing, I'm like scraping all of the oats along the sides of the bowl. And that's gonna make sure that any of those spices or anything that got stuck to the side get fully incorporated into our granola. I don't like leaving any flavor behind. All right, so here we can see all of the dry ingredients now look like they are coated in our syrup mixture. This is ready to go on our baking sheet. All right, so I'm just gonna scoop out my granola here onto a nice single layer on the baking sheet. Switch to our spoon here, get all of that out of there. And then I'm just gonna use the back of my wooden spoon to spread this into a nice single layer. And feel free to try to use as much of the pan as possible. You really want the granola going all the way into the corners. That way it makes it as flat as possible, so when we bake it, it's gonna cook evenly. All right, now this is gonna go into my oven at 325 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. Then I'm gonna take it out, stir it up, put it back into another flat layer, and then pop it back in the oven for about another 10 to 12 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. And while I pop this in the oven, I want to talk to you a little bit about the star of our show, oats. Oats are a whole grain, and that makes them awesome for your body. Instead of giving you a quick burst of energy that disappears fast, oats release their energy slowly so they can keep you fueled up for hours. And that's exactly what you want, whether you're heading into school, playing outside, or just having a busy day. And instead of using regular refined sugar to sweeten things up, we're using maple syrup. Maple syrup comes straight from maple trees, and it brings all of that sweetness in a more natural way. It's a great example of how you can swap out processed sugar for something that comes right from nature, and it tastes amazing too. Add some crunchy walnuts into the mix, and we've got ourselves a snack that is crunchy, sweet, and actually good for you. All right, now let's check in and see how our granola is coming out. All right, so my granola has been going for 12 minutes at 325, and you can see what it looks like. You can see that the edges are starting to get a little bit darker, turning that golden brown. And this is what our handy dandy towel is for, to make sure we can touch this safely without burning our hands. Also, of course, if you have an oven mitt, that will work as well. So now I'm just gonna use my fork and mix this around. And this is gonna ensure that everything gets cooked evenly. The parchment paper stays cool, so you can touch it, but be very, very careful not to touch the pan. I like using the parchment paper to kind of like bring everything to the center. Then it gives me a little more flexibility to mix everything around without having to worry about it spill on the edges. And you're gonna notice it's much easier to spread out because it's not all liquid anymore. It's all cooking off. So it's a little easier to put into a single layer than it was gonna be the first time that we did it. All right, so now this is gonna go back into the oven at 325 for another 10 to 12 minutes. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I think it's probably gonna be closer to 10, seeing how brown it got after that first 12 minutes, but we'll find out and I'll show you. All right, back in we go. All right, now here is our finished maple walnut granola. Now I'm gonna let this sit for about 30 to 45 minutes just like this without touching it to let it cool down. So I'm gonna let it sit, let it cool down, and then we'll come back for a taste test. All right, so my granola is now fully cooled, so it's time for the taste test. Make sure you get a little bit of everything here. Oh, that's good. I love that. I can see how this could be a little sweeter. I don't particularly like granola overly sweet. This, I think, has the perfect balance because we put that little bit of salt in it along with the maple syrup to kind of balance it out. If you wanted to add a little bit more maple syrup or even some honey, I do think that would be really good and appropriate for this if you like it a little bit sweeter. Otherwise, really delicious. And if you wanted to turn this into a full meal, something you could do is serve it with yogurt. About a 50-50 ratio, a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of granola. It's up to you how much you want to use, but that would really round it out and make it a full meal. I hope you enjoyed this week's recipe, and remember, no matter how it came out, you showed up and you tried. So whether it's burnt, beautiful, or somewhere in between, I am so proud of you just for trying. I love, appreciate, and respect all of you, and I will see you right back here next week with another delicious recipe. So until then, peace. Hi, if you're watching this video and you're not a student in our program, please check out the amazing work we're doing by visiting the Tucson Family Food Project at the link in the description. We want to bring the Tucson Family Food Project to your city, but I totally appreciate that not everyone has time and money to donate to a nonprofit right now. But if you want to help us expand our operations and feed more kids, you don't even need to open your wallet. All you have to do is like our videos, subscribe to the channel, and share our content with your friends. We are spearheading something we call charitable engagement, which will allow us to use your likes, comments, and shares to monetize our social media channels as a direct fundraising source for our nonprofit. So even if you feel like you're not in a place where you can help us monetarily, I promise you, your engagement is just as important. Thank you so much. And we out!